What's up, everybody? We're here in Miami, Florida at Aventura. So to show you the Gracie Barra Aventura. So it is on West Dixie Highway, and the Gracie Barra is on the NE 189th Street. So if you see all around, that's what you see. It's perfect. There you go, a 360. Then just over there, you see an American flag. And then just beside the Gracie Barra, just there, I'll show you. It's a Sport Cars Miami. Just in front, you have another school. It's a karate, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. If you want to have a good training with a good professor, Professor Cristiano, come here, Gracie Barra Aventura. You got Gracie Barra Aventura, Florida and Miami. There you go. That's the main entrance, just over there. And I'll show you what's up inside. All right, let's go with the flow. So I'm here with Cristiano Dantas, the owner of the Gracie Barra Aventura. Let's see if I can survive one round in gi. Oh my God, gi time.
We're nice with you.
So yeah, what's up guys? So I'm here with Cristiano, the owner of the Gracie Barra Aventura in Miami. So let's hear from him how you started Jiu-Jitsu first of all.
First of all, thanks for the invitation to participate on this interview. It's a pleasure for me. About my Jiu-Jitsu journey, I start with 13 years old. I always playing soccer in Brazil, especially in Rio. We born with a ball in our hands, you know, like to go in the park to play soccer, whatever. And when the UFC explode for everyone, we start to watch and we start getting some friends that are interested to start to learn Jiu-Jitsu. And the first day that I stepped on the mat, I got in love and I quit soccer, and then my Jiu-Jitsu journey started. Now I'm 42 years old. Next year, complete 30 years in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm gonna receive my 5th stripe in the black belt. So it's a long journey. I start, as I said, with 13 years old, back in my hometown in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, under Professor Eduardo Venâncio. His nickname is Brigadeiro. He's a black belt under Professor Della Riva. And in 2018, I have opportunity to move to Australia. And I spent 4 years in Australia with Professor Marcelo Rezende, nicknamed Viet Cong. He's director of Gracie Barra in Oceania. And back there that I start actually my journey as a professor, you know, as a Jiu-Jitsu professional and a Jiu-Jitsu professor too. So he gave me the first opportunity to live through Jiu-Jitsu, you know, just only Jiu-Jitsu teaching class, running some part of the school. And I spent there 4 years, and I got back to Brazil. I got back to Brazil in 2012. I tried to keep working only for Jiu-Jitsu, but it's very hard in that time. I know that the things change nowadays, and I had to come back to the company, you know, like that I was working. And after 6 o'clock, I was a Jiu-Jitsu professional again, you know, like teaching class. And one day I had opportunity to come to America to start to teach, and we started in Hallandale in 2015. and the school grows, and we had opportunity to get a big facility, and then we came to Aventura in 2020.
So me bringing you to the beginning, because you went far faster than I didn't want to cut you because it was so interesting.
Sorry.
It's perfect. So tell us, okay, so you started at 13 or
Yeah.
14? 13?
13, yes.
Yeah. And then done with the soccer.
Yes.
But how it was back then, getting all your belt, and were you thinking about competing, or at the beginning was just because you liked it and it became a passion? So tell us about how hard it was and how fast it went or not, and how you started to compete and not just being a practitioner.
Yeah, back that time, as I said, when I started was because of the UFC, you know, and when you see the UFC, you say, man, it's a fight, you know. If I know jiu-jitsu, if something happened, I will know how to fight. So that's what I start before. I wasn't thinking about the jiu-jitsu tournament. I think about to know how to protect myself. And then when we start to train, then I start to get interested to compete, because it's a way to challenge. The school is not a place to challenge yourself, because people know your game and everything, so it's not a place to challenge yourself. If you want to challenge yourself, you have to sign up for a tournament, in my point of view. The belt in the days was different. So we never know when we're gonna receive another belt, because most of school didn't work with stripes, you know, and every year we're waiting for, and then I got the yellow, I got orange, and when I got orange, I already juvenile, so I switched for blue. But I always been competing since a yellow belt. I always been competing.
So for people to understand, juvenile is 16 years old and less.
Yeah, the year that you complete 16 years old, if you are in the let's say in the belt, the kids belt systems, that white, gray, yellow, orange, and green, you cannot compete in the kids division. You go for juvenile 1, that between 16 years old. Then when you complete 17 years old, you're gonna be juvenile 2. You can be juvenile 2 blue, or 1 and 2 in the blue and purple belt.
Okay.
Yeah. I got my black belt with 23 years old, you know, so.
Is that when you went to Australia?
No, when I went to Australia, I already was black belt first stripe.
Oh, okay.
Yes, black belt first stripe.
So a black belt first stripe, it takes
3 years.
3
Yes,
years.
3
Okay.
years.
Just for people to understand.
Yeah.
We know what it is, but then, so you explaining all those first belt, juvenile, but then as you become a black belt, it's 3 years the first stripe.
3 years the second, 3 years the third, then 5 years the fourth, 5 years the fifth, 5 years the sixth, and then when you complete 31 years in the black belt, you become a coral belt.
So you said in 1 year you'll receive your fifth
Yeah, next year.
stripe.
Yes.
So it means that you had 19
years.
5. So now it's been 14 years plus another
5.
extra. So you've been a black belt for 19 years.
19 years, yes.
It's crazy.
19
Okay.
years,
Some
yeah.
people don't
Time's
even have that
flying,
age.
Man. Time's flying. Like when I stop and I look back, I said, "Oh my God, man! Next year I'm gonna get my 5th stripe." So, but I cannot be more than happy, you know, doing what I love.
Okay. So then, bringing you back to Australia. So you started your you said that's when you started to become a professional and a
Yes.
professor.
Yes.
Why becoming a professional? What was that transition of saying that you're now a professional?
Because when I was in Brazil, I was teaching, but I was always helping. Because I always like it, students start to ask me questions, and then I start to answer, you know, and then my professor back there, do you want to help me? Ask me if I want to help in the class. I say yes, and then I start to help in the class, but wasn't my job. I wasn't receive money for that, you know.
Okay.
I was before the class there, you know, to set up everything. I was with him. He showed the position to me, and then one day he started let me to teach the class. But as I said, for me, the transition to become a professional that I start to get paid for.
There you go.
You know,
yeah.
and I start to realize that I start to, the money that I earn, I was paying my bills, and this never happened before when I back in Brazil, because my money was not coming from jiu-jitsu, was coming from the other job that I had in that time. You know, that's why I realized that, oh, now I'm doing jiu-jitsu professional. You know, that's
Because you pay your bills, so now it's a
Exactly.
profession.
Yes.
Okay, now I
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Because I thought maybe it was because when you compete, you get money, so you're a professional.
No.
It
I always compete, but always for fun or to motivate my students to compete, you know, to teach them how important the competition is for the life, you know, the life situations that you're gonna realize that in some situations only one gonna win, and you have to know how to deal with the loss, you know, and that's, but never like I never compete for money, or always for fun. Always.
Because it wasn't like that before. I know those days they're getting money, so you can see that people can be professional as a teacher or professor, but some people can be professional as an athlete. But it's different. It's the new era.
In that time, the competition also was used for people recognize you as a good athlete, you know, and then they're gonna feel comfortable to be under you. You know what I mean? So that's why in that time most of competition was used for, you know. But for me, always was for fun and
your passion.
Yes. Always.
So that brings me to that question I wanted to ask you. So when you were a little bit younger and competing all the time, what was a week of training for Cristiano? Like, what was your schedule in a week?
I never just concentrating the training for compete, because since I start to work or before when I was studying, I have my routine, as I like to say, when I was in a yellow belt. Morning, school, get out of the school, 1 o'clock, homework, 4 o'clock, go to the gym, do some drills, and get a train, come back home, dinner, and when we start to work, I get a part of the time that I was working, and I still doing university, I still doing, and then I have to combine school, work, and train. But as I said, as I compete for fun, I never train like a professional competitor, you know.
Okay.
Now that I have the school that after I leave through jiu-jitsu, then I can get a better schedule. I got a better schedule for me to start the train. You know, now it's different. Nowadays, it's different.
Okay, so before you were just training when you could.
Yes.
The more you could, but then with all that studying and everything.
Yeah.
And now, so now what's the difference? Now you have a school, you have a family.
Yeah. But now for me, that's what I'm saying, that I live through jiu-jitsu, I live on the gym. It's no excuse for me, you know? It's no excuse. In my opinion, for everyone have to take 1 hour to care about yourself, you know? So no excuse at all. The day has 24 hours. If people say that don't have time for me, my students know that I don't believe. I'm gonna look for the person that was saying that, I'm gonna say, the day has 24 hours, you have to create a way. So now, if I decide to compete in a tournament, I'm gonna take like a month or 2 months, and then morning, if I have to teach, I teach, come back, do my workout routine, do whatever I have to do. My training partners are my students. I never left my school to train with in other schools to help me. So I said, guys, you guys are my partner. Everyone has a strength. Everyone has the little knowledge that you have. you're gonna provide a training for me, and that's how it works for me.
So you say competition is just for fun. I believe you, but we see you're really humble because we see when you come into school, we see all those medals and everything. So tell us a little bit what your achievement in competition, because you did well.
Yeah, the medal actually it's like just to look, make the school looks good, you know.
It do look good.
So serious, you know, like because as I said, like medal one day, people will not. If I ask my students which was my last tournament that I won, they will never know. You know, I don't care about the competition. It's more to motivate my students, but of course, it's for fun, but I want to win. Everyone's that sign up for a tournament, not sign up to step on the mat, and shake hands, and lose. No way.
They try to win.
No, of course. I'm going to give my life inside the mat, inside the rules, to do my best to get a gold medal. But, and of course, losing or winning after, I will see what I did good, what I did wrong, and I'm going to try to improve. That's why Jiu-Jitsu is unstoppable, you know, because you always have things to learn.
If you do it in that way, then you always win.
Exactly.
Because you always win.
Always.
At the end of the day, even if you
Of
lose
course.
on the mat, you win knowledge.
Of course, of
So,
course.
See, people, you need to,
In Jiu-Jitsu, you never lose. Or you win, either you learn.
if you want to challenge yourself and see if you're that good for yourself, then you need to register and go compete.
100%.
And then from there you'll see, and then you'll learn a lot. You're always going to win something.
For sure.
And then when you come back, you become a really good partner to your partner because you train differently.
Yeah. You're gonna learn how to deal with your fears, you know. You're gonna know how to deal with the adrenaline. You're gonna deal with a lot of things inside that just you will know, and plus the guy that wanna beat you.
All right, so when you went to Australia, you told me, and I want to talk about it.
Yep.
As long as you want or not. You train a really high, big name, an OG big name.
Yeah.
Who it was and how it was.
My good friend Mark Hunt, the big Samoa. Yeah, I was, Marcelo was his grappling coach. And when I was there, I had opportunity to meet him, and I started to help Marcelo in his in Mark Hunt's camp. I had opportunity to go to Japan when he fought in one. One was a organization that they create after the Pride.
Pride, yeah.
Yeah. I was teaching before some amateurs MMA fighters, but when you get guys like Mark, you know, like, and you went to Japan with him, and people completely crazy about him, wanna touch him. You guys probably know how the Japanese are, you know, they're very, very passionate in MMA. It was an amazing experience. And I had opportunity to be when Mark received his blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and it's amazing.
Did you roll with him?
Of course.
Because he seems to be really big.
Big, but very fast. Of course, for him that never wear the gi, we try to make him to understand how it's important to wear the gi and be inside in the jiu-jitsu class. It's different. It's this different environment. The ego is very high, you know, especially these big guys that think that, like, he look you, man, this guy's so small, he, you know, I'm gonna smash. And then in the gi, especially in the gi, when you hold the sleeve and you stop the guy that in the no gi can smash you, then they're gonna start to get upset, get mad, and that's how our way to create a way to get the good positions on them. But then he started to understand how it's important, start to participate in the class, and his grappling, man, changed a lot.
All right, so that brings me to, I have like 8 questions, okay? So the first question, which jiu-jitsu submission you like the most do?
I have one that's, it's kind of, I catch the arm, but it's not an arm lock. So if you want, I can show you.
Yeah, we'll show it.
Yeah, we
after.
will.
So it will be a kind of an arm bar.
Yes, it's
Okay.
some reversal. That is a very fast movement, and when people don't expect it, they just gonna, you know, that I think is my favorite one.
What would be the worst submission you don't like to get cut in?
Full locks.
Footlocks?
Yeah, especially straight full locks. In the toe hold, I have flexibility. Of course, not too much, but I can hold a little bit more. But straight full lock hurts me a lot, you know, and especially that I'm a guard player, and I'm in the comfort position when someone gets and I have a chance to hide my leg. When I get caught in the full lock, I don't feel happy. It's not happy.
So what would be your favorite exercise outside jiu-jitsu or martial art to keep you fit for the martial art?
Gym. Just high pull, things that are gonna give me a power.
What would be your favorite meal you like to eat?
Barbecue,
Barbecue.
but picanha. You know,
What's
picanha.
that? That's
Picanha,
Brazilian?
Yeah, it's a meat. Here it's but it's
How you say it? Picanha?
picanha. Picanha. Picanha.
Perfect. We'll put a picture so people can see.
Yes, yeah, that's my favorite meal.
What would be your pre-workout meals before training?
I don't have. Sometimes I wake up and I say, man, I go to train. I take a Monster, you know, and I
Energy
come to
drink?
train. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't drink coffee.
Okay.
I don't
Okay. So
drink-
that's your caffeine.
Yeah. Yes, my caffeine.
What would be your post-workout meal after training?
Whatever I have.
If you're hungry.
Yes. If I finish, if I go to my house, there's a rice, beef, or fish, or chicken. It's not a special thing. I'm not a person that like enjoy the food, you know. Like I eat because we have to eat, you know. But I'm not a. And barbecue, yes. If I could go to barbecue every single day, 100%.
Where would be, it could be here also, but then the question is out large. Where would be the best gym that you like to train in the world?
As a Gracie Barra member, man, all the schools that I stopped to train, they are always more than welcome. They receive me like with open arms, you know. Every country that I go, we have a Gracie Barra.
Yeah.
So that's the good things to be a Gracie Barra. So if you have more than 1,000 in schools around the world, so every trip that I do, I pack my gi and my belt.
And you go.
And I go, and I'm gonna 100% I'm gonna stop by. I'm gonna check in the Google if I have a school, and I stop by for sure.
All right, so you would say the franchise of Gracie Barra, any school in the world, but it's a Gracie Barra, that's what you
But
like.
if I pick one, Gracie Barra Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
where you
Australia.
were for 4 years.
Yes, it was
Oh, okay.
amazing.
It was amazing.
I miss them a lot.
The last question is, where's your favorite place you like to travel in the world? Or to be? Because it could be Brazil, because you were born there. Maybe it's nostalgic for you, but where that you love to be?
Let's say that I have to pick one, and I'm not saying about the distance, nothing. One to leave, Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Good. Nice to know. All right, so that brings me to the end. So the end is to tell you guys the secret. The secret is the work ethic. Work ethic is the key to success. Boom. All right, guys, if you did like that video, please subscribe, like, comment, and also you could share.